Welcome to the channel, everyone. Model Car Guy Rich here. Hope you're all having a fantastic day as always. Today I've got an unboxing of the Rat Trap Vega. It's part of the Slammer series or whatever they called it. I have this one, and this particular kit that I'm holding right now is this one here. They also have a Pinto version and a 34 Ford. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this one. This is a MPC 125 scale kit, MPC 905M/12. This kit was released in March of 24, and it says it has 90 parts in it, but I just counted all these on the back and it was only 52, so I don't know, but maybe they're counting the individual decals. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. Let me set you down, get out my blade here, cut into the plastic. There we go. Nice easy opening box. We like that. Alrighty, right on top we have the body section of a Vega. Kind of cool looking. Not a whole lot to it. A couple of sides and the back, right? And the roof. A little bit of flashing. Not too bad. Decent thickness. You know, it's got the cutouts again for the larger wheels. Very nice. That is a, if memory serves me right, that's 74, 5, and 6 taillights. I'm not sure on the year of the Vega. I have to look that up. Here are the wheels. Very similar to, wow, these are really nice. They're very similar, hand printed Goodyear. There you go. Very similar to this kit. I got parts in there, so I didn't want to tip it all the way over, guys. But that's what they remind me of. I don't know if I showed you the tread on those. There you go. And it looks like we have 2 packages of white parts, and that's it. No clear glass, no chrome. So it is what it is. It's okay. Here we have what would be the hood. I guess you'd consider that the hood. Firewall. Front engine cover, the water pump and time machine cover. Just a little roll bar, or a push bar, I guess you'd call it, for the front end. It's right there. That's what that piece is. And we have the 2-piece air cleaner. Again, very similar to the Super Stocker kits, both the GTO and the Monte Carlo that I did. If you go back and see the unboxing on those, you'll see the very similar air cleaner. Now these originally, when I did the Chevy version of this kit, I thought these were part of the exhaust, but they're actually, the box is going to come in handy today, guys. They're actually these bars right here, which are kind of like a frame piece, really. You know, it's there for structure. And this is the rear bumper. This here is the interior back panel. Goes in like that. It would be considered the back of the interior. Big old chunk of sprue tree on that one. We'll have to take care of that. Then we have the wheels, very slotted, almost Starsky and Hutch style, from the Torino style slotted mags. Wheel backings, steering wheel with some goofy piece of flashing right there. Engine halves, transmission, distributor. I'm sorry. What the heck am I looking at here? This is the alternator. Oh, that's the master cylinder. And I don't know what that is. Part number 36. We'll look that up. Here we have the engine heads, valve covers, intake manifold, oil pan, battery, carburetor. These are the exhaust. Fan belts and pulleys. And a little four-bladed fan. And these are flanges for the headers. Like not the collectors, but the other end, the part that hooks to the engine. Well, this is nice. There's a full frame in here. That's pretty nice. You could almost use that for other kits too. Huh. That's really, kind of a basic frame. But I mean, you could take any kind of spare body that you had, put it on there, make a rat rod out of it, make a pickup truck, anything. Really, that's really cool. I like that. And here we have the rear end. Pretty beefy looking rear end. Drive shaft. A couple of shock absorbers with the coilover springs on them. That we learned is the differential cover for the back end of the rear axle. Leaf springs. Front suspension part, basically the upper framing of the vehicle. Wheel steering knuckles there. Some suspension for the front end. That piece is molded kind of weird. It looks like the let me grab a pointer. It looks like you're obviously going to cut it here from the tree. And there's also a spot right here that needs to be trimmed out real gentle, otherwise you're going to separate it and break it. So that's a poor molding job there. And then, did I miss anything on here? Here's a radiator with the coilover springs all molded together. And then a little box. I forget what that's for, but it's right there. Here's the floor of the interior. Okay. If I remember correctly, the battery mounted over here. Oh no, it may be here. I don't know. It mounts on the inside of the car. Here's the brake and clutch pedal. Little shifter. Steering rod right there. Fire extinguisher. The roll cage. Some other parts for the roll cage and supports. This is 2021. I'm going to get a positive ID on that. And this is the master cylinder, guys, and gas pedal. So that other item, whatever it was, let's see here. Right here. I'm going to look that one up too. Actually, I'll look up all of these here, since we have a few minutes, because there's very limited parts. Here are the instructions. Right off the front, we see one of the items there I guess that's what they're considering your distributor. Goes in the back of your engine on the Chevy. The other part there is 32, which is the oil filter. That was this part here. And that's that one, and then the other one's the alternator. So we got those. Now I need that one stick thing there, 21, part 21. We'll get to that in a sec. Here's the engine going together. There's absolutely no write-up on the car. They're all together. Here's the framing all going together. Here's that box. So it could be a fuel tank maybe. Goes in the back there. This goes together, the wheels. Okay, that is part of the suspension for the rear. Okay. Here's the front one. There's your battery, goes there. Okay. Boom, boom. That thing. So 21 is the back of the roll cage. Okay. I see it now. There's a gas pedal going in, brake and clutch. Shifter, one seat. There's the seat, guys. I don't know if I called it out to you or not. Then we have a cage going in. That's a good idea to build it like that outside and then stick it in. It went a lot easier when I did mine that way also on the other kit. That's that little collector flange thingy I was talking about for the engine to header connector right there. And that's it. That's it for instructions. 12 steps on that one, guys. Let me go ahead and get the decals opened up and see if I can get it before the battery dies, and I'll get you guys on your way. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, not too bad. Okay, kind of basic. Pat's Auto Service, Lakewood, Perfect Circle, some other little sponsors, and some numbers. That's it, guys. Pretty basic kit on that one, but compared to this kit, I'm hoping this one will go together just as easy. This kit was fun to build, went together real easy once I understood what those little bars were for, because I really thought they were going to be exhaust, but when I figured that out, it was like, okay, now I get it. So can't wait to build that one, and hopefully along the way I'll get both of those and have a complete set. So alrighty, guys, that was a quick one for you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one. Model Car Guy Rich out. Keep on modeling.